So I'll give you two examples. One of the examples that we have been working, and we have, for all the research, we have research grants from various agencies like UK Research and Innovation, British Council, Royal Academy of Engineering. And one of the grants is that how can we increase the productivity in the businesses, and specifically in small and medium-sized enterprises, by developing resilience through healthy workplace. So in that context, it's a very burning question, but it's a question which is not only less research, but most countries are actually spending a lot of less money on this, and and without the link to the productivity. So what we have done is that we have done a lot of studies, like qualitative and quantitative, with SMEs in UK, SMEs in India, Vietnam, Thailand, to understand the core problem of what are the key barriers to healthy workplaces. And we work with multidisciplinary teams with health science professionals, psychologists, to develop implementation frameworks and strategies that SMEs can adopt, because SMEs have constraints. Constraints means financial constraints. They can't spend a lot of money. They have, other than financial constraints, they have employee constraints because of the COVID situation, that they are undersourced. So what we expect is that because now we are doing longitudinal studies to look at the impact of our framework, we say, so ideally building healthy workplaces will increase the staff productivity, in the sense that the staff can balance their work and personal life better. The second thing is that with the use of apps, we are developing applications that will help the staff to actually monitor their own well-being, and at the same time signpost directly to proper services so that they can get a support, because stigma is an issue in many of the developing economies when we talk about, use the word, mental health. So that's the kind of impact we are trying to do in the area of mental health and business productivity. But when it comes to circular economy, the impact that we want is that a greener economy, looking at the environmental challenges, carbon footprint, so building towards a low carbon economy. My colleague, or the lead of our team, Professor Prasanta De, he has actually been leading a project on low carbon economy in UK, where the impact is, where I'm a part of the team as well and contributing, where the impact is that we have reduced around 800 tons of carbon footprint in the SMEs in Birmingham, and 800 tons is a lot compared to what they have. And we are taking similar practices to the developing economies like Vietnam and Thailand, where they are actually working a lot on waste management and green practices. So ideally, the impact of the research, I think, which we will demonstrate in a couple of years, will be not only a greener economy, but a more inclusive economy, which looks after the people, not just profit. So that's the overarching aim. And I hope on behalf of my team, I will say, I hope that one day we'll be able to work in Colombia and actually bring our research deliverables and outputs to create that impact in the countries. My colleagues work in Mexico, where I'm also a part of the team on similar projects. However, we are still growing.